it's Lisa here from Arcane and Stellar with a pick a card reading on crushy stuff. Who's got a burning desire for you right now or in the near future? So I'm keeping it open-minded because I know that some of you may come to me and you're like, no, there's nobody in my life right now because maybe I'm hermited up, or I'm not really going out, or I'm not really doing anything, or you know what I mean? It's just not like that. You know, I go to the same job every day and I know no one likes me there, you know, that sort of thing. So we're keeping it open-minded in terms of timing. But I'm saying near future. So I'm kind of thinking next 6 months max. Okay, that's my intention in my heart. So when I'm going to be pulling these cards, know that this person could come now, could be in your life right now, or in the next 6 months. So just letting you know my intentions as I'm kind of shuffling here. And we have 4 groups to choose from. We have deck number 1, which is the Titanic Tarot. Deck number 2, the Unseen World Tarot. Deck number 3, After Tarot. And deck number 4, the Embroidered Tarot. So choose your weapon. Choose your deck that you want, and you will find the timestamps down below. For those of you that want extra content, you are more than welcome to join my membership section of this channel. So I now have that open and I'm able to make some extra content. And yeah, we have 3 different tiers: the moon, the sun, and the world tiers. Oh, it actually goes the moon, the world, and the sun. Okay, in that order. So we have $2.99, $6.99, and $29.99. I know that $29.99 might seem like a lot, but actually you basically are only paying $1.99 for all of the things, because if you got a reading with me that you're getting in return, a personal reading, 2-question or monthly, that costs $28. So it's actually a really good deal if you like to get monthly readings. And I know there are plenty of you that do. So it's kind of why I did it, sort of like a benefit for a lot of the people who are regulars and stuff like that, so they can get some extra content. And $6.99 will get you into all the extra pick-a-card videos, and there are already quite a lot of topics on there. I've got what would they say to you, I've got next 7 days, next 10 days, they're all timeless. What do you need to know, what do those signs mean? Those are just some of the topics I've already done this month. So I'm also open for suggestions. I have one coming in. I had a girl request 2 videos I'm going to be doing soon, which are messages from your grandparents, and I think it's also soulmate messages, but I can't remember. I'll have to look at her. But anyways, you know, that's the other cool thing about the membership area, is I'm not reliant on views necessarily and YouTube's algorithm. So I'm totally free to kind of follow requests a lot more boldly and freely without worrying about whether it's a widely appreciated topic or blah, 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 blah. So, you know what I mean? And it's a great little group in there, and I'm really excited. And I actually think I'm going to make a Discord for us, because I think that's going to be another addition that I'll probably bring in pretty soon. Like maybe a way where we can all talk to each other or something like that. Or maybe a private Facebook group or something. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, I'd love it if you guys joined. And hopefully you guys are going to have an insightful reading. Let's go ahead and get started, okay? Take care. Hello, my friends. So you've chosen group number 1 here with the Titanic Tarot. And I got this off of Kickstarter. I don't know if it's still being sold or not, but it's a wonderful deck. So who's got a burning desire for you? Let's find out. So we're going to take a few things. First of all, and this is like now or in the near future, next 6 months. Like I said in the intro, I'm kind of basing this off of now or in the very near future, okay? Because I don't want to, I know that sometimes people are going to come into these readings and they know damn right that there's nobody around them that's a good potential for this kind of reading. But that doesn't mean that you won't have it, right? So let me see here. I'm going to pull out a few decks here onto the table that I want to use. Probably should have done this before I started, but you know, what can I say? So maybe some signs or possible energies that this person has. Start off with some astrology cards. We got Mercurial person. So it could be Gemini or Virgo, or a very strong Mercury. Oh yeah, we've got Virgo and Mercury. That's funny. So qualities. What does the Virgo Mercury have qualities of? Holy smokes, guys. I've done a lot of, I've been doing astrology for 17 years. I do research constantly. I live and breathe astrology, to be honest, even more than tarot. And which would be funny, I'm not making more astrology stuff, but Virgo Mercury's. Obviously, we know that Mercury is at home in Virgo. But, so first of all, I was going to say that this person's a good speaker, right? Because Mercury rules the way that we speak. But the best songwriters, oh my God, so many wonderful songwriters have Mercury in Virgo. And Gemini, by the way. But yeah, super common for wonderful writers, wonderful communicators. In fact, actually, I just did a reading for someone, and she's one of my clients. I did an astrology reading for her, and she has Mercury in Virgo. She is like so funny, like such a great sense of humor, and she actually does comedian stuff. And I don't know, maybe I'll laugh if she's actually watching this, but she'll know who she is. But yeah, I'm telling you, like Mercury in Virgo, solid communicators. Like they're actually really well spoken, funny, witty, smart. Smart as a whip, okay? Virgos are very like professional. Anything that's in Virgo is always really professional. Like even a lot of the great fashion designers will have Venus in Virgo as an example. Why? Because they're picky and they'll try to do their best. You know what I mean? Like they're self-critical, very self-critical. And so, you know, sometimes, like I said, it can rub off as being critical of others or being kind of maybe a critical person. But it's because they, you know, doubly hard on themselves. And, you know, always trying to make sure they live up to a pretty good standard, which makes for, like I said, very talented people, because talent is, you know, sometimes a little bit natural, but also has a lot to do with how much effort we can put into things. So, yeah, that's kind of the personality. We may have somebody who talks like, again, very well, and that sort of thing. It could be Virgo, like I said, or have strong Virgo placements. Tell me more about this person. This could be somebody that you speak to as well, by the way. Tell me more. Two of Swords, analytical. This is definitely somebody who's up in their head quite often. Makes sense. Mercurial person. They're always thinking, always kind of analyzing. The Star and the King of Swords. Oh, interesting. So we have the King of Swords coming out, so that's air qualities as well. So the Star, this is a dreamer. This is somebody who knows how to dream. This is somebody who has big hopes, big dreams, big wishes. In fact, actually, I think this person may often kind of even seem to be in another world or kind of like off in the distance, because they're actually thinking a lot. They're kind of analyzing everything in their head. I do feel like this person brings a lot of nurturing quality to the connection. They also could have a very like kind of kind persona, you know, to other people. A Virgo is a sign of like the helper, and a lot of like, you know, people that will have 6th house placements can work in the medical industry or in helping things like military or like firemen, policemen, that sort of thing. Policemen sometimes can be like guardianship, which is down in the 4th house, guardians of the land. But even so, 6th house is sort of like the people who help. And so this person may have that sort of vibe about them. They may actually work in the medical industry. They may work in a healing kind of way as well, or where they're trying to be a guiding light to someone, or they try to help, or, you know, that sort of thing. The Star also represents in a person the idea of somebody who wishes for people to feel encouraged. And so I would say a very encouraging personality, especially in terms of expression. This is definitely a person who encourages other people to, you know, kind of speak up, as an example. And usually this doesn't indicate somebody who's very possessive or judgmental. It's usually somebody who's quite open-minded, and especially the other thing too about the Star is it's not the most flirtatious card, and so it could mean that the person somehow may not always come off as a very flirtatious person. It may be that they don't necessarily show that side of themselves to you. So that's kind of interesting, because for some of you, the person who has a burning desire for you, you may not be very aware of them. Maybe for, you know, for some of you, that Two of Swords indicates that you don't know them yet. You haven't seen them literally. But for others of you, I think this might mean that they don't really open up that easily. Although they're a very like tender-hearted, nice person, And again, the star can show like fidelity, but there's also a sense of independence and distance here too. Okay, so that's interesting because somehow this person may not be up in your face right now, or like, and for some of you that's because you haven't met them yet. But they're not the type to be up in your face anyway. Like, they're not going to be all over you like crazy. They have like quite a like expansive life, and they're reasonable. They're a reasonable person. Okay. Very intelligent. I think this person could work in something that requires a lot of intelligence and thinking. We got the 7 of Wands. This person actually might work in a very competitive type of atmosphere as well. It might be like kind of a high stress job, I want to say, for a lot of you. They may kind of like, it's constant like battling perhaps in their career, okay? Because we have the 7 of Wands and the 9 of Swords. They could help people who are anxious. So this could be somebody who works in like a therapist, or people who are working with people who are going through difficult times in some way, whether, like I think for some of you, this person could be a medical worker as an example, or something of that nature, or people who are in tense situations, that sort of thing. Can you tell me more about, let's see why they have a burning desire for you. That's what I want to see. So I kind of got a bit about their personality. We definitely have strong air qualities. Aries, what? Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, sorry. And then of course we have Virgo too with the Earth. So I can't believe I said, because I was starting like Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, I was going to do fire instead. Okay, so tell me about why this person has a burning desire. What's up with this burning desire? Oh, the Ace of Cups, because you make their heart aflutter. They got the feels. They got the love. I think in practical sense, you actually really entice them. I think that this person, you kind of tick the boxes of what they're looking for. Wow, that's so funny. These cards came out again, the Star and the King of Swords. It's like you're their dream. You're exactly what they've envisioned or what they've wanted. Is what I feel like. I feel like they look at you like you're the epitome of what they would expect or want from a person. I feel like here with the Knight of Coins, and the Knight of Coins can be kind of a practical person. And so I think in a lot of ways, in a practical sense, you embody what they want. You know what I mean? Whether it's that you, no matter what your qualities are, whether it's like you're a student, or you've got dreams that they think are cool, or it's like where you're going, they want to be. It's like that. I get the song. So, by the way, I'm going to say it. Where Are You Going by Dave Matthews Band. Look up that song, because I feel like that one came to me right away for this group. So I feel like that person is like where you are is where I belong. I haven't heard that song in forever. But yeah, anyway, that's the song I'm getting for you guys with this person. With the Ace of Cups, I think generally you just fulfill them. Like and I don't think this person falls easily. And I do feel like this person looks at you and dreams of something strong and stable. This is not the person where it's like their burning desire is just to like bend you over, that sort of thing, or whatever. I mean, maybe not, or other way around. Like, do you know what I mean? It's not like a sexual desire on this one, guys. That's not to sound boring, but I think this person's like the type that would want to get married or something like that even. Like, they're very practical. Like, they look at you and they think, that's the one. That sort of thing, Like, it's love. The Queen, yeah. And for some of you especially, it's like you represent, that's number 4 right there with the Queen, okay? And so that represents stability, yeah. We have the Queen and the Stag, if you think about it. Wow, that's so funny, because what is the Stag? The Stag is like sort of like the king of the forest. And with the Queen, we got the Queen. So we're getting literally, because there is no king, I think, in this, as far as I know, with no king. And what's funny is we have the Deer. So it's almost like, for some of you, this person would desire to have like children, a family, that sort of thing with you. With the Queen, though, I feel like here we have sexuality, friendship as well, fertility, feminine power, woman. We have pride and leadership. I feel like overall, and look at that, we have number 8 with 17. It comes up to 8, which is 4 plus 4 is 8. This person feels like you're the perfect match. Like, holy smokes. Like I said, it doesn't matter. Like, there's a dynamic where you represent the other side of it. And exactly like what fits the puzzle pieces is what I'm getting. It's like you fit that puzzle piece in the way that you are, is what I feel. And this person's just like, yeah, that's the one. This is like definitely like long-term vibe. Like I said, this is not like hookup type of vibe at all by any means. This is not that type of thing. Oh my goodness. Where will this connection lead? Well, that's kind of a rough question to ask, because some of you may not want the person that has a burning desire for you. Others of you, you know, it could go different ways. But let's see. What should they know about this person, Spirit? What should they know about this person? The Hierophant. They're traditional and serious. They're protective. They have value. They have morality. This is a moral person. And that's not to say that they're a dud. That's not to say that they're a dud. I feel like for some of you, this person will make a move soon or be in your life soon, or somehow you're going to know rather quickly on this one, okay? This person's honest. And, wow. The Hierophant and the Strength card is beautiful, because to me it's like such a protective vibe. And I feel like this person, they would fight for you. They would do anything for you. And what I keep looking back at the flares, I feel like they will be getting your attention either soon, or they've already been trying to get your attention in some way. I would say with the Ace of Wands, though, I do feel like that there's a spark already, or it will be ignited soon. Like, I think this person would come in like a month. Like a month, maybe, if they're not already. Maybe 5 months, up to 5 months max, is what I'm getting. But I think actually this is pretty fast moving, fast approaching. Help is near, is what I get here. You may meet this person in a very traditional way. And the Hierophant can show like something platonic. And so it has a few different meanings. It depends, right? First of all, this could lead to marriage and a long-lasting connection, because strength is that. The Hierophant represents that. Okay, when I'm looking at relationships and these cards come up, usually it's like, oh, this is solid, this is something, this is tradition, this is like, you know, that kind of vibe. And I feel like that's the thing. So some of you, like, literally this could be your future partner. For others of you, though, I think that this person represents strong value system and a strong moral system. And they are very protective and traditional in that way. And they want something real. And they want something long-term. Okay, so anyway, and it may mean that this person does come off as kind of timid. And I was going to say the Hierophant can represent like a more platonic kind of thing. So it may be that you start out with this person where there is a platonic vibe. And, you know, it grows from there, you know. Anyway, lots of love to you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you want more extra content, of course, I kind of talked about it in the intro, but, you know, if you want to join the membership on this YouTube channel, you'll get more extra pick-a-cards and stuff like that. There are 3 tiers. You can check it out. And if you want a personal reading, of course, those are on Etsy. And what else would I say? Like, subscribe, comment. I love comments. They mean a lot to me. If you do want to tip me, you can through the super thanks or by my wish list, or I have Cashapp and Venmo and all that good stuff. But I appreciate you for being here, and a comment means the world to me. So, and you don't even have to pay anything to make me smile. So it means a lot to me when you guys just leave me a comment. So anyway, lots of love to you guys, and take care, and I'll see you next time. Hello, my friends. Who has got the burning desire for you now or in the near future? We're going to find out. So I had fun with group number 1. That was a really interesting reading, so I'm excited to dig into yours. And I'm going to change things up a little bit. I'm going to be using this deck. So let me cleanse the area. We'll get started. This is the Unseen World Tarot, and I encourage you to get it. It's by a beautiful person I know, and she has done a wonderful job with it. So who's got a burning desire for them? Tell me about the qualities of this person. Ooh, the Mystic Circle. Your abilities will be enhanced. One more here. Air. And okay, we got 2 more, air and earth. So that's going to be interesting because I'm going to pull some astrology cards now. So tell me about the person that has a burning desire now in the near future. We have Virgo came out again. That's funny. That's an earth sign, right? Some qualities. Aries. And Mercury. Interesting. Okay, so we've got Virgo, Aries, and Mercury. Of course, we know that Virgo is, the ruler of Mercury is a ruler of Virgo, backwards. And so, to me, and I'll kind of, I guess, be a little bit repetitive with group number 1 because these are the exact same cards that came out for them. Mercury in Virgo is brilliant, okay? It's at home. Mercury's at home in Virgo. And excellent songwriters, excellent communicators, many wonderful authors have this placement. It can also make someone who's much more prone to caregiving and like taking care of other people. There's also, because it gives me the 6th house vibe, and to me, a lot of times when people have things in the 6th house, they can be very passionate for the underclass and the downtrodden as well, sort of like helper energy, often people in medical careers or people who deal with crises and so on and so forth. We can see like divorce lawyers. We can also see people who serve the community, like kind of like servants. So like policemen, firemen, sort of those type of roles, and so on and so forth. So beautiful in terms of the communication. Aries is here, so this person could have some strong Aries placements. We may have some strong Virgo placements as well. Mercury could be very strong. Mercury could be in Virgo or Aries. Mercury in Aries, if it is a Mercury and Aries type of person, I have it, tend to be kind of very like quick speakers unless there's Saturn slowing them down. So usually we talk fast and we think fast, and sometimes, especially when we're younger and more immature, we might say things before we thought it all out. So there can be that. But I would want to say that there's a mastery here of communication. Mercury in Aries, yeah, so we have that. And then Aries can make someone very driven, kind of childlike. What's interesting is Virgo is the virgin. Aries is also very, very kind of innocent. So I would say that this person actually has quite an innocence to them, kind of a youthfulness and innocence, that sort of thing. We have the mystic circle. Your abilities will be enhanced. I feel like this person with Mercury and Virgo has a very strong talent. Okay, so they are talented at something, whether it's guitar or writing or graphic design or fashion design, or there's a talent that this person has and they're very good at it, okay? So that's going to be a quality that you might recognize in them. We have air, we have earth. So very logical type of person as well, very like kind of rational. I think that this also, they're bold with the Aries, but they're not too bold with Virgo and Mercury. I feel like this person thinks through, they're grounded, that sort of thing. So while they're bold, they don't do things willy-nilly, and they're not going to like, do anything too crazy. It's like me. I have a lot of Aries, so I've been reckless when I was younger, but I have that Mars in Taurus, so it's like I'm a little bit still careful and cautious, especially after learning about, it was like the 3rd time I knocked a tooth out that I kind of were like, I should be more careful, that sort of thing. So maybe this person's lived and learned. Okay, so, let's see here. Tell me more about their qualities. Ooh, we have the Hermit. That's interesting. This person may have some 12th house qualities. This person is not who they seem on the surface. I feel like this person is a great surprise. And in fact, for some of you, I don't feel like you know who this person is by any means. The King of Swords came out again. And that's weird. It came out in the first group too, as well, with a totally different deck. So, and you see I'm shuffling. I'm not making shit up here. And so we definitely have strong air qualities showing up. Okay? We also, so air, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini signs. Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, definitely. This person may come off as quite a shy person, actually, but they're bold. And what's interesting is the way I set out the cards over here too. I feel like this person, it's under the surface, they're actually quite bold and shocking. I would say that this person's extremely, even perhaps attracted to you at the Tower. I feel like somehow this would come as a total shock to you. Like, you don't expect this at all. You don't even know. You guys are so clueless to who this person is. You'd be like, are you serious? Like, I guarantee you that some of you are watching right now and you are like, oh, nobody likes me. I'm just watching this for shits and giggles. And no, someone does. You just don't know who the hell they are. They're not in your immediate surroundings, I feel. Or you're not in contact with this person. Or if you are, it's like you would not know. Okay? Like, you just wouldn't know. You'd be shocked. This person with the King of Swords can come off as quite cool and calculated. They're good at, like, kind of having a poker face. But this person, they think that you're a beautiful person. Also, this person, I think, is beautiful themselves, okay? But, oh my God, look at this, the High Priestess. This is, like, secretive. But it also talks about discernment, prophecy, vision. Some of you may have a dream about this person now, recently, in the near future, I feel. But the High Priestess, to me, still brings in an element of mystery as well. And it's so weird, because even think about the deck that I chose for this group. They're shadows. You don't know this person. They're a shadow. They're behind you somewhere. You don't see them. You don't know them. You don't know what's going on. Again, or you don't even see them coming. If they're not in your life yet, then you definitely don't see them coming. So, the Hermit, is known to be quite a quiet person, usually, right? This is usually somebody who can support you, though, through your darkest hour. This is a person that will put it all down for the ones that he cares about, okay? He or she. This can also be that this person looks at life a bit differently than others. They may kind of tread a path that's a bit different. I feel like this person spends a lot of time in contemplation, but also I feel like this person is able to really, 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 really hone in on something. I feel like this person puts a lot of hours and work into a skill. Maybe they're learning how to draw, or they're learning how to do something. I feel like this person knows how to hold themselves away and obsess about something, like something that they do. I'm getting 12th house vibes. I don't know if this person, they might have 12th house placements, or the ruler of the 1st and the 12th. The ruler of the 1st and the 12th actually can be really good at, like, taking themselves physically into the 12th and, like, really zoning in on something. Like studying it, diving in it, like just disappearing in it, falling into the fog of it, and that sort of thing. Yeah, so this also can talk about a person who is very wise, very intuitive. This person actually may be quite, like, prophetic as well. They may sense danger coming or problems coming as well. I feel this person is a person that you could be very open with. This person isn't easily shocked. Okay? This person's probably seen a few things in their life, and you can't shock this person. They're just that way. I think they need alone time, and that's another thing about maybe they're having, like, the 12th house or the 1st house ruler in the 12th. They need time to rest. They have to decharge. I think on a typical scale, this person's actually very good looking. Okay, the butterfly says beauty, and we're asking about the person, okay, not why they like you. I think more so this person actually is very good looking in a traditional sense. Like, everyone looks at that person and says, they look good. they're a good looking person. And maybe even some people are surprised that they're not with anyone. I think this person is surprisingly single, and you're like, how? They're good looking, they've got it all. How are they single? I don't understand. Why are they alone? Like, it's like that type of vibe even. So it might be someone that you'll meet if you don't know who this person is. Because I feel like for a good portion of you, like, this person is secretly, like, into you. But I think for another good portion of you, this person's going to come into your life and you're like, this is a whole catch. Like, how are they single? I don't understand. Like, they're good looking. They've got it all. They got the brains. They got the beauty. They got the brawn. They got all the things. And, like, what? This doesn't make sense. Okay, so let's see. Why obsessed? Why the burning desire? Ruff, ruff. We've got the Four of Swords, the Judgment card, and the Three of Wands. You know what is interesting about the Four of Swords is that you could represent to this person a calm energy, a calm and peaceful energy. The Judgment card in particular, and of course optimism is with the Three of Wands. This can be like an optimistic, generous individual. It can actually represent, and so like very forward thinking, that sort of thing. You may represent in a way for this person a breakaway from their past, okay? Because we also have the Judgment card, and that as well can talk about like someone who's very mature, who's very complex, who's very like somebody who's a good teacher, mentor, somebody who has had a very full life and has a lot of experiences. This also can talk about somebody very like knowledgeable as an example as well. And it's also about somebody who can value maybe the good and the bad in equal light. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's something. This person also seems to be quite attracted to you on a very spiritual level, okay? You represent the idea to them, I think, and that's where a lot of their attraction will come to you, is actually because you represent like a future that they want and perhaps qualities in a person that they don't see very often. And it's almost like you've got like a lot of wisdom, and that attracts them as well. So it's interesting because group one also kind of like, I kind of was expecting more of like these like readings of like, oh, you're so hot. And I'm not saying that you're not, but that's like not what the person's looking at exactly. They're looking at something deeper. Tell me more. Partnership. Yeah. They're attracted to you because you represent the idea of a good partner to them. You're like their puzzle piece. Like I was saying that to group. I wonder if some of you chose, or you were drawn to number one as well. Were you? Like I'm kind of wondering because these are flowing a bit in a lot of ways. I'm almost wondering if this is an extension. We have the cat, independence, healthy, and boundaries. Maybe, again, for some of you, you don't represent like a very needy energy. There's something that's very like kind of independent. And I was going to say, like, because cats, it's like the more you sort of resist them, the more they love you. My dad, we had this cat, Poco. And she was my best cat. I loved her so much. I was devastated when she passed away. She was really old too, like maybe 20. I don't know. She was really old. But she had, my dad was always grumpy about her. And she would like sleep on his chest and on his head, and like she was just obsessed with him. And he did not like when he would be home, like because he was often like traveling for work and stuff like that. But when he was home, he'd kind of be like neutral to her, like he didn't really care, and she would just be like, "Oh, I love you more now." Like, and for some of you that works for this person. They might like independence or the way that you kind of seem, like maybe aloof, or maybe you're just hard to pin down. I think that will attract them even more, as well. I feel like you may also really have a good impact on this person in terms of like grounding their fears or like talking them down. There's a peacefulness, like I said, with the Four of Swords, and with this fear and the Earth Fairy, definitely getting this. Yeah, it's like you're sort of able to ground them down. Especially, by the way, if they've had any health fears, that might be like a clue for you. If you've ever spoken to this person about health fears in particular, that's like definitely something here, guys. Okay, that's of course specific, so I don't want you to fall or trip up on that, but yeah, that is what I'm getting here for this. Anything else that you need to know generally about this person? The Hierophant. Are you serious? The same exact damn card came out in the first place as well for group number one. I'm serious, like this is weird. I'm tripping. I'm tripping out. The Sun. Okay, we got a new card finally. The Fool. Okay, nice. I feel like for some of you, this will be a new person in your life, so they may not yet be in your life, or if they are, they're still in a position of maybe a more platonic vibe. Again, I do feel like this person's in the shadows. So again, to me, it's like maybe this is going to be like quite the revelation with the Fool and the Sun. Like this would be quite the revelation to you, to know that this person is yearning for you, wanting you, to be with you, that sort of thing. Again, the Hierophant and the King of Swords, I think of a respectful person. And I don't think that this person would come into this lightly. I think that they would want to join in a relationship in a very serious manner as well. I feel like this person would put you on a pedestal. They put you on a pedestal currently, like you sort of light up their life, that sort of thing. And in fact, in some ways, you're like, especially if you have a very carefree attitude and you resonate with that, that is just something that's really like a blessing to them. It sort of makes them feel easier. Maybe in some way you'll calm down their mind a bit and like bring a sense of relaxation to them. Okay? Anyway, that is what I'm seeing for those of you that chose group number 2. I really, really hope that this reading was interesting. And I hope that I'll see you again in another reading. If you want more content, I do have the membership area of my channel. So I do extra pick-a-cards and stuff like that up there. And I kind of talked about it in the intro, but there are 3 tiers. And so each tier gets some different benefits and perks. And of course, you know, the next tier up always gets the previous tier's perks as well. So check it out if you want to. Personal readings are on my Etsy store as of this reading. So always check the description box. Don't fall for scammers, all that good stuff. If you want to thank me for this video, a comment is free and amazing. But there's also tips. You can leave a super thanks at the top of the video and tip me through YouTube. Or you can go on my Amazon wish list and contribute something that way if you want to. Or I have Venmo, Cashapp, PayPal, all that stuff up in the description box as well. But mostly, like I said, comments mean the world to me. They bring a smile to my face, and you know what I mean? If you liked it, share. You know what I mean? If you have a friend that you think might like this, or an auntie or sister, I don't know, whatever, what have you, definitely share, you know, and stuff like that. But lots of love, guys, and I hope to see you again in the future. Bye-bye. Hey friends, so if you chose group number 3 with the After Tarot, this is going to be a reading. So we're going to find out all about the person who has or will have soon a burning desire for you. Okay, let's find out. So I'm going to start with some astrology cards, and we're going to find out maybe some energy there, maybe some signs, maybe some sort of information. So what can you bring forth to tell us more about this person? Give us some qualities, perhaps. Scorpio, interesting. And we've got Jupiter. So that's really interesting because we have corresponding energies in a way because, well, you know, Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius and Pisces, but, you know, Sagittarius comes right after Scorpio. So I think it would be safe to say that this person could very much well have some maybe Sag or Scorpio placements, and it's really common because Mercury and Venus aren't usually too far away from the sun. They can't be, so it's common to see. So Jupiter, of course, this person could be like quite spiritual. This person could be very philosophical. Morals could be a big issue. There could be also the rebirth of morality. So it could be that this person has had maybe changes in their religion or their belief systems, their philosophies. It may be that they don't resonate with perhaps what they did as a kid, as an example, or how they were raised. We could also find that this person could be on this, I don't think secretive. They could be private, but I don't think it's with good moral conscience, to be honest. Let's see here. Yeah, okay, it's funny what fell down. The serpent. A sly and subtle approach is needed. So this person could be a little bit on the sly side, a little bit like kind of a quiet one. And we have the griffin, honor and good luck. Like I said, with honor, it's honorable, even if they're kind of quiet. And we have the spirit, unseen forces watch over you, which is beautiful with Jupiter there. That makes some sense. Jupiter rules Sagittarius, which is associated with the 9th house, which is the house of God, actually. So, and oftentimes you'll see a lot of singers who sing about angels or God, you know, or something like that, like, or prayer. That's ninth house. So you'll often see singers with like placements like that, like cat power or jewel as an example. Ninth house stuff. Okay, let's see here. Oh, beautiful. So we could say with Scorpio too that this person could have strong, we have birth and rebirth. So like strong changes in their life. They could be kind of like a born again person. They even could be kind of a born again religion, to be honest. Like, I'm not saying born again Christian, but the one thing too is that when they're in a crisis or in a difficulty, they're going to turn to religion, or they're going to turn to spirituality. It doesn't have to be religion in the dogma, organized sense, but it could be that they, pray. When they have trouble, they pray about it. They, consult some higher power or some sort of higher knowledge, because that's very much what Jupiter is about. And when I think about the Scorpio and the fact that the birth and rebirth is coming out, it's reminding me of very much of 8th house and, that kind of vibe. And so intuitively, that's what I'm feeling. Also, there also could be like strong, I don't feel like strong resentments towards dogmatic beliefs, but I would say this person's quite open-minded, especially from maybe where they were raised. So maybe they were raised in a very like kind of strict household, controlling. Maybe the beliefs are quite strong, and they've been able to kind of like rise out of those things and kind of come up with their own views. So we have the B, luck, industrious, and sweet victory. So of course this can talk about the person being lucky. Industrious, of course, somebody who is able to kind of make something out of nothing is what I think of. And generally someone who's victorious. They might have a lucky streak to them with Jupiter. Okay, so they could be quite lucky in their life, attract like fortunate circumstances, but Jupiter is really about optimism. And so I love it because Scorpio can be kind of a pessimist sometimes, depending on the aspects. Okay, I'm not judging all Scorpios. Our charts are so much reliant on the aspects that we have. Like if someone has, very optimistic, like the ninth house is naturally an optimistic place, right? So is a 5th. So if someone has a ruler of their chart in those houses, even if it's in Scorpio, they're naturally going to be a more optimistic Scorpio. But sometimes Scorpios can be kind of like on the negative side, maybe pessimistic. But I feel like this person, they have like that Jupiter optimism, so it's like it balances out. So there's that realism, without being like a negative Nancy or anything like that, or falling prey to any sort of negative thoughts. Okay, we've got the 4 of Cups. Tell me more about this person. Interesting. The 4 of Cups is there. They might be actually kind of hard to reach sometimes. Let's see, what's up? I do feel like this person, well, the Serpent came out, and I think to get this person to make a first move, actually, they might be a bit on the shy side, or they almost seem like they're uninterested in some way. They may be very work focused, very focused on their life and stability, I have to say. They might not have too much time also for emotional dramas or traumas. They don't want to deal with it. I think that this person, they are pretty like optimistic, like I said, and they don't tend to dwell in the negative. I feel like this person is pretty well balanced. They may actually have a lot on their plate there with the 2 of Pentacles. It could mean that they take on a lot of responsibilities, but I would say this person is industrious. They are very focused like maybe towards work and towards success in their life, and yeah, they don't have time for petty nonsense. That's what I would say. So they're not the type that's going to be like getting in arguments at work or getting in like little dramas or whatever. They're just kind of like, no. No thank you. Okay? Let's see what else comes through. Because that's usually what I would say in terms of this. With the Page of Pentacles, this person could be starting something new as well. Oh yeah, Page of Cups. So we also might see a younger energy as well. Somebody who's a bit younger with the pages. So Page of Cups as well shows here. To me, this is a very like good pairing because the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, is water and earth. It's complementary, okay? And so I feel like this person's pretty grounded, pretty well-rounded. Yeah, look at this, Nine of Cups. Very happy person, generally. I would say that they're generally optimistic. And they may be a little bit like, again, like I said, not... I do feel like they do seem like they're very happy on their own, actually. They may be happily single. They may be happily single for a long time. So this doesn't seem like the type of person who is attached. They're very much single, which, I mean, hello. Let's hope so. Right? With such a reading. But yeah, happily single could be on the younger side, youthful. Could be a very passionate person. Scorpios tend to be pretty passionate. They can get fully obsessed and in love and passionate in that way, in that manner. Let me see. Tell me more about this person. So we do have like lots of earth and water pretty much only, in fact. Even with Jupiter, they could be a Pisces. Okay. The underworld, where all things pause and begin again. Very interesting. So the underworld can talk about changing course, okay, essentially, and transforming your life. So this person actually may have transformed their life. Even that page, if they're not younger, it could represent the idea that this person's beginning something new, like a new phase in their life. Maybe they went back to school, or they're getting a new career, or they've started a business, or they've done something kind of significantly different with their life. So this is awesome as well, because where all things pause and begin again. It's like a person who knows that if there is a death, there is a rebirth. You know what I mean? Or if there is there's like this sort of energy of continuity, that things will continue, that things will keep going. So a very hopeful type of person is what I get. So I wanted to ask, what's their deal towards you? So this is a person who's got it for you. Hopefully you can understand who this is by this person definitely also, I want to say one more thing before I move on to the next part. They are blessed in some way, or like taken care of. And in fact, they may even have a story that's quite like a shock. Like maybe they somehow got through some harrowing circumstances in their life, or it was like they survived a car crash that they should have died in, or that may be like the, most extreme scenario. But again, it may be that like somehow they've overcome, or it's like almost like something's been watching out for them. And I would actually say this person is very much guided by some sort of spirit, actually. So interesting. So why the burning desire? What's going on here? Tell me more about that part. Ooh, the High Priestess. The Queen of Cups. I get that song, There's Something About You. I don't know who sings that song, but I've heard it a lot. You know that one? There's something about you. Na 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 na. I don't know that song, but I've heard it on the radio. But that song came to my mind. So whoever sings that, if someone was to share it below for number 3, I'd appreciate it. There's definitely something different. There's a intuitive pull here, I feel like, that they have towards you. Definitely. So I'm guessing actually for you guys, partly one of the things that's like sort of a burning desire is like the impulse in terms of like, this is probably something to do with your synastry. I think that this person, honestly, this is much different than the other groups thus far. I feel like this person doesn't know why they have a burning desire for you. Like they're not quite sure, they can't quite pinpoint it. I mean, it's not to say that you're not amazing. I do think that they find you to be a sensitive soul, kind of a kind soul, nurturing soul, that sort of thing. Like there's a good vibe about you, but it's almost like, what's going on? And it's so interesting too, because it's almost like when I was seeing the Four of Cups earlier, it's almost like the vibe of like, wow, I did not mean to catch feelings. Like it's like where it just like, no, I don't want this. Like, I wasn't not the right time. I'm doing all these other things in my life. That's the vibe I'm getting. So, you may be quite mysterious, intuitive to them, kind of a mystery. You may also represent some kind of ideal. But the Hanged Man and the High Priestess coming out, as to why they have a burning desire. This is very much like a spiritual type of thing. It's like kind of unspoken. You don't know why, that sort of thing. And a lot of times in my experience, it's astrology. It's our charts working. It's magic. Because even like myself, when I'll like see certain celebrities and I'll be like, man, I always had a soft spot for that person. Almost always there'll be something significant or synastry. Like it's 9 out of 10. You know what I mean? Even not even 9, 10 out of 10, honestly. Like Winona Ryder. She has stuff that's all over my IC. That's like home. You know what I mean? Like, and I've always felt like she was, well, first of all, she's a big part of my childhood. You know what I mean? And there's nothing even romantic in that. So it doesn't always have to be romantic, right? But in this sense it is. But yeah, because this person's very deeply, I think, attracted to you. Very like, you make them excited. And there is that, like, that passion there. But they don't know why. Because it feels like this person, it's actually like really, I pick up that this person isn't looking for anything, or they weren't looking for anything, that sort of thing. It's like, oh no, what? I wasn't looking for this. Like I didn't sign up for feelings. I was doing my other thing. That's the vibe I'm getting for you guys. So I think you may represent like a lot of the ideals as well that this person's had in many ways though, but I still really get that strong sense of this person also could be in the early stages, I think. And they're still fighting it a bit. So the person who has a burning desire for you, they're still fighting it, and they're still not sure, like, why. And that, like I said, it has nothing to do with the fact that you're not like a, attractive, amazing person. It's almost just like, what? Like, why did that happen? What's going on? Like, why do I feel that way? That sort of thing. And like I said, not because you're not worthy of it in their eyes. In fact, let's see. What does this person think of them? Bad news. Gosh. Like, no, not bad news. It's just that I really do feel like somehow this is like inconvenient timing for them in some way. But they may think of you as somebody who's very like driven. There could be travel or distance here for some of you. You may have helped this person through a rough time, actually, or a transition of some kind, is what I want to say as well. They might think of you as like kind of a fun person to talk to. Maybe you don't even realize that you help this person through the dark. Or you will, you know what I mean, if you haven't met them yet. That you kind of reminded them of what it's like to smile. That you possibly were there during a new beginning or a new change. That maybe you were speaking about new changes, new beginnings, is what I'm getting. This person thinks you're great, actually. Like, don't worry. I think that partially there's something wrong about the timing here, is what I'm getting. I'm guessing Jupiter's there too. This person could be far away from you. That's what I'm getting. Maybe far away. Or, let's see. Warning, don't dismiss the red flags here. So we have like maybe some red flags on their end popping up. And it's not you necessarily. I think it's circumstances, to be honest. Like I said, I don't feel like this person's looking for feelings. But what does that mean for your future? Is this person going to make a move? So, Spirit, for the majority of the people watching this, will this person open up to these feelings and make a move? Well, yeah, it looks like it. 2 of Cups. It does look like this. That this person, yeah, they will. They will, actually. So I think for the majority of you, that not 100%, this is a general reading, come on. But I think for the majority of you, at some point, this person will open up for you and tell you how they feel. So I think the feelings for a lot of you are still growing, and this person's sort of been struck by them, and they are sort of like, there's something about it that's a little bit bad timing. And the serpent, with a sly and subtle approach, this person may be trying to follow certain beliefs as well. You know what I mean? Be strong in certain beliefs because, Scorpio is ruled by Mars. And, there's that desire to be a warrior. A warrior of what? Jupiter, of beliefs, of morality, of philosophies. So again, it might be that they're very trying to be strict in their beliefs and hang on to them. And so, again, I feel like somehow I'm not saying that you don't fit in with their belief system, but it may be that at this time they're not feeling like it's the right thing for some reason. But anyway, they really like you, and I think they will make a move towards you. So that's a really interesting reading. I wasn't expecting that one. So yeah, different than the first two were very much similar, and this one's different. But thank you so much for being here, and I really hope that this is insightful. Do you know who they are, or are they meant to come in your life at a later time? We'll see. Let me know in the comments below if you noticed, if there's somebody that you're aware of or not. But I hope you guys have a beautiful and wonderful day. If you do want more content, you can join the membership here on YouTube. So you can join as a member. There are 3 different tiers. You get, in 2 of the tiers, you get exclusive pick-a-cards. In one of the tiers, you can even get a personal reading every month with me, as well as all the other benefits that the members have, including badges and all that stuff. But yeah, there's that. And then if you want a personal reading, that is available on Etsy as of this recording. But always check the description box just in case anything changes. Also, what else? Oh, if you want to say thank you, a comment. It means a lot to me. Just a comment. And but if you want to do more than that, you can tip me through Super Thanks or go on my wish list, or I have Venmo, PayPal, blah blah blah, all in the description box. But really, like I always say, a comment means the world, and it's free. So thank you so much for being here, and I wish you the very best. Take care. Hello, my friends. If you chose group number 4, I'm gonna start this up. Last one was pretty interesting. I want to see what comes out for you all. Okay, so let me just sniff my stuff. Oh yeah, okay. It smells good. It sounds like I'm doing drugs or something like that. It's oil. Intuitive oil. Gosh, let me sniff this stuff. It sounds like I'm doing cocaine or something. Not. Jeez. Okay. So the person who's got the burning desire for you. I'm going to take some astrology cards actually first. Let's start there. And we're going to hopefully get some signs, some symbolism, something coming through here. So 2 cards, please, Spirit, to describe or let us know more about the person. Ooh, Mars and Gemini. Ooh, Mars and Gemini, the worst person to fight with. Okay, I don't like fighting with Mars and Gemini. They're too feisty. Okay, anyway. Unless they're, of course, very soft in their chart. But yeah, most of the people I know with Mars and Gemini are kind of feisty. So we have somebody who could be Aries, Scorpio, or Gemini. We could have those kind of placements showing up in their chart. Of course, Gemini, very chatty, talkative type usually, very intelligent, likes to learn. And Mars could give someone, kind of a competitive streak, kind of like a winner type, always wants to win, wants to come on top, and academically probably quite smart. We have the Swan, transformation and trusting the psychic gifts. Interesting. The Swan can imply that this person, I always see the Swan and I think of somebody who probably aged well. Like the type of person who improved with looks as they aged. Kind of had a glow up of some kind. So I think one thing that I would probably say is that this person, they may have also had a difficult younger years as well. Maybe their younger years were difficult in some way. This person also could have been in, we could have a car accident. Mars is in Gemini right now, and actually I've noticed, and I thought that would happen, but I'm shocked by how many. But it's when Mars is kind of malefic, it's a little bit difficult. So suddenly 3 different people I know in my circle have had their cars broken into. Gemini can rule transportation and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So interesting, and a lot of more car accidents as well. And also, yeah, and another girl I know, she heard someone just broke her windshield for nothing. Like, just broke it, like, in her car. So anyway, I'm not saying this person's a car breaker or anything like that. I just thought it was interesting. Of course, this is timeless, so that may not be relevant. But they may have Mars in Gemini. The Goblin, we have the wounded human ego. So this person could have a streak of, like, a little bit, like, of an ego. They might have an ego, they might have a reaction, they might kind of get immature when they're upset. Just gonna say, I know that you come to pick a card readings when hearing about Prince Charming or Princess Charming or whatever, but it isn't always the case that everyone's perfect, right? So yeah, this person could have a little bit of an ego or get their feelings hurt, be very sensitive, that sort of thing. It doesn't have to make them a bad person, by the way. Just, you know. We have peony, health. Focus on all parts to make the whole. It's interesting. So very health motivated, perhaps. This person may work out or have like a routine like that. So actually they may be quite athletic. Ooh, we have a new relationship blossoms and your luck will soon change. That's interesting. I wonder if some of you might already know this person. Maybe some of you are already in a relationship with somebody at this time and it's that person. Okay. Interesting. So the maiden and the black cat. This also could show somebody who's going through a change in their life as well. Somebody could have had something lucky happen to them recently as well. Like maybe that's something that's happened. Like they had a lucky streak or something good happened. We have the Page of Cups. Tell me more about this person. And again, a swan. This person could have a long neck. Maybe their name has swan in it. I don't know. Or something similar. Let's see. Tell me more about this person. Very proud. They like to win. This person's a winner. And if they don't win, they're upset. Is what I'm going to tell you. They're good at what they do, I feel. But they might have an explosive side to them, to be honest, okay? I'm not going to lie. The Tower's here. This person, if they lose, they don't like it. Like, this is not, like, they will freak out. I mean, in terms of, like, maybe feeling frustrated about it. So, like, if you're playing video games with them and they didn't, like, do well, they might get mad and bitch about it. You know, that sort of thing. Just saying. I know, again, like, some people aren't going to like hearing that. Maybe they're looking for someone who's perfect. But, yeah. The Tower can show somebody, but they're not completely, like, and they're not bad. This person, by the way. I want to keep saying that because we have cards here that indicate that they are stable. Eight of Pentacles can show somebody who has created something out of nothing. They may have had some kind of circumstances of defeat as well in their life, and they've been able to kind of overcome them. We have the Six of Wands, again, showing a very kind of like proud person, a winner. And people look up to this person, actually. That's the thing. People actually look up to them, and they are well respected, I feel. They may have had, I want to say for some of you, this person may have had people try to tarnish their reputation before. It's one thing I feel. Maybe gossip or something like that. Or we have the Page of Cups, though, so we have somebody who's very, like, kind of kind and gentle type of person, actually. Even, and that's maybe sometimes why the emotions, because if someone's emotions are a little bit like gentle, it's like, and it's cups, it's water, it's emotional, it's like they can be sensitive and they can have sensitive reactions, you know. If you think about the ocean, you know what I mean? If a storm is a brewing, it can be horrifying. You know what I mean? Like, just like any other energy. And so this person could be like kind of a little bit on the emotionally immature side sometimes. But I think that they've got their life together, I feel. At least a job and stuff like that. It feels like that kind of energy. I don't know if I'm selling this person to you guys or not. Or you're like, this guy sounds like a, or this guy, you know, guy, girl, whatever. It doesn't matter. Sounds like a dork. I don't know. Let's see. Tell me more about this person. They're actually quite intuitive, I wanted to say as well. Yeah, we have joy, rejoicing in the present. So this person very much lives in the present. And in fact, actually, to me, it can show like there's autumn leaves. And you know, it shows me like the change of the changing of the seasons. It's like one season's kind of dying and the next one's coming, where it's a little bit more barren and everything's sort of falling apart. And I feel like this person actually can keep things together in difficult times, even if they do kind of like, because they still have a winner personality. I feel like they have that, you know, strong survival instinct and so on and so forth. This person's probably a master with their words. I feel like this person, they argue meanly. I'm just going to tell you that. Like, they may be a little bit on the mean side when they argue. Okay, we have the spider, community and web weaving as well. This person could be very active in the community in some way. They could have a lot of friends or a lot of people, a lot of acquaintances, that sort of thing. And we've got invisibility, authenticity. Interesting. I feel like in some ways this person is a little bit shy to be who they are. I feel like this person hasn't yet mastered. Yes, they're confident, but I feel like that there's a lot that people don't know underneath. In fact, this person may have a personality where they come off so cocky and confident, but it's actually a mask. They're actually incredibly inconfident. A lot of times the people that really talk up about themselves a lot, I've noticed, at least in my years of being a teacher and stuff like that, a lot of my students that were the most boisterous and like the most cocky, they were usually the ones that were having a lot of internal stuff, like maybe problems at home, and usually they were the most broken, actually. You wouldn't think it, but I've been to some homes that were like, what? And it's like, no, it was their defense mechanism. And I feel like this person may have such a defense mechanism where they act like they know it all, and you'd think that they're a super cocky, confident person, and they're actually quite like, in some ways it feels like this person can be authentic in terms of like being boisterous, but it's almost like being boisterous without manners. Kind of speaking up a little bit too. I don't even know. You guys are probably like, I don't like this person. I'm sorry. I'm just telling the story. I didn't promise you'd like the person back. Okay, or, you know, maybe some of you do, and you're like, I love this person anyways. I think they're a good person. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, I don't think this person's all bad. In fact, I think they're actually quite intuitive. And, yeah. There could be arguments with siblings, cousins, relatives as well. Energy there. Let's see here. So what do they, why are they so into you? Like, what is this deal? What do they, like, why are they having that burning desire? Okay, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, Ten of Wands. Interesting. King of Pentacles. And the Ace of Wands. Well, I think first of all, you're an interesting person to talk to. I feel like somehow they find you to be mentally stimulating. I feel like there's also a spark or an attraction that's just there, like underlying. I feel like this person feels like you could get a lot done together in some way. I feel like this person, they may also feel like there's, maybe you've helped them through something and that's helped create the situation. Like maybe it's just like being a listening ear or something like that, or helping them out in some way, or just kind of being a supporting factor in their life. This person, I feel like that's kind of where we're coming from. Oof, your surroundings will undergo transition. Some of you may have helped this person move their house. I don't know. I'm just getting it intuitively. Please, if it's not for you, don't worry. Okay. We have a temptation may lead you astray. Some of you may have helped this person overcome temptations or problems as well, or that's something that you may kind of help them with. I still feel, though, that you're a bit of a siren for them. Okay. So it may be that you're just a temptress in their eyes, like tempting to them in some way. Like you sort of just have that effect over them. And then we have serendipity, a bright new prospects are on the horizon. It's interesting because we have a 10 and an ace, right? We have the 10 of wands, we have the ace of wands. So what's interesting is that for some of you, this may be somebody that you've already been with. So this may be somebody like that's an ex, or somebody who wants a restart. Maybe it's somebody you've already been talking to. I kind of have a good feeling that you guys already know this person, to be honest. For the majority of you, like with, I think it was group, 2, I felt like they didn't know that person yet for the most part, or they would be shocked to find out who it was, like not aware. This one, guys, I feel like you guys know who this is, or you wouldn't, yeah, it feels like a person who wants a restart type of thing, or wants to, again, maybe it's someone you've just met and you know, they really are just into you, and you offer them like that bright new perspective, bright new beginnings. We have self-acceptance. You are so much more beautiful. Yeah. And I think that this person does think you are so much more. You are. And we also have strength. More effort will get you what you want. Interesting. So this may be a person who's wanting to put more effort into the connection, perhaps that they haven't in the past. Again, we may have somebody who's a bit of an ego-centric person, where it's like a little bit on the unhealthy side. Like maybe they don't want to make a fool out of themselves, or they don't want to like say sorry, or they don't want to admit, you know, things. Because we do have this little bit of like I said, a little bit of a difficult energy in this person. I don't think they're bad. I do feel like that they want some sort of change in the connection. For, like I said, a lot of you know this person in some way. I just really think so. Like a good 80% of you. If not, they may come into your life. If you're like, no way, Lisa, I don't have anyone like that, then I would say probably they could come in. For those, okay, let's ask. For those that are like not, you know, resonating, that this could be like an ex, or maybe someone that they've had a situationship with before. What do we need? What do they need to know about this person? Home is where the heart is. Wait, I grabbed the wrong deck. What? Oops, sorry. I grabbed the wrong deck. I grabbed the other one. I'm like, what? Home is where the heart is. Well, maybe you'll meet them in the autumn. Autumn equinox. We have home, near your home. The Hermit. Okay, so yeah, if you don't resonate with that, you haven't met them yet, but you will. I feel around the autumn time. Because look at this. Even this Hermit kind of reminds me of a pumpkin or autumn colors. Right? We have the Queen of Wands. And you may meet this person during that time. And I'm seeing a lot of orangey colors and fall kind of feelings. So I would say in autumn. Huh, interesting. Okay. They may actually be close to your home, or in your home, or some of you may live with this person, but I meant, like I said, if you don't yet like know them, then it's going to be soon, like real soon, like this autumn soon. If you're watching this later on, it's not autumn, then it probably would be like the next upcoming season from the time that you're in, okay? So this doesn't feel like distance. This feels like in your periphery sort of thing, and so on and so forth. Okay, so I think that might be all. Yeah, I'll stop there. So guys, that is your reading. I feel like that, yeah, that's the person who has the burning desire. Someone, oh, and one thing I wanted to say too, Mars could be in an angular house. So 1st, 10th, 4th, or 7th. So it could be that as well, that they just have a prominent Mars, like in a more outwardly house. Or, like I said, it could be Mars and Gemini. It could be that they have like a Gemini rising and Mars in the 10th, or Gemini, you know, Sun and Mars in the 7th or 4th or something like that too. Okay. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting. Anyway, I hope that this reading was helpful. And I wish you the very best. I'm glad that you were here for it. And let me know in the comments below. I'm very curious. I want to hear the comment. Do you know who this is? Are you pissed? Did you not want to hear this reading? I'm sorry. You know, or maybe you know, this person wants to make it right. I don't know. I think for some of you, let me see. Actually, hold up. So for those that maybe this is someone coming back around, what do they need to know? For those of you that were, this is like a come back around type of energy. What do they need to know? Okay. So we've got the Two of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, and the Two of Wands. Interesting. Well, I would want to say that the person's kind of hopeful. They might want to, like, kind of iron out any disagreements. Yeah, Queen of Wands and the Sun might want to make you happy. That's a beautiful Sun card, isn't it? The way it sparkles, look at it. Yeah, this person may want a second chance or to just come back around, or maybe they want to feel your warmth, or they find you to be a warm-hearted person. They, you know, want to kind of surmount any problems, obstacles, stuff like that. I don't feel like negative vibes off of it necessarily. I can't make any promises. I mean, with such a, you know, perhaps a wide range of people watching, but I would say that it's decent intentions, good intentions towards you. Anyway, but just sometimes people can have good intentions, but their attitude isn't always the best. Or, you know what I mean? Or there can still be issues or whatever. You know what I mean? Where nobody's perfect. But anyway, I wish you guys the very best, and I hope that you found this reading helpful in some way or insightful. Let me know in the comments below. If you do want extra content, I have the membership section of this website, so you can join, and there are 3 different tiers. On the last 2 tiers, or the second and third tier, you do get access to like some pick a card readings. I already have like, I think 5 up right now. I have 2 more planned right now just at the moment, and I take requests and on there, and I'm able to actually, you know, do them. So that's nice. And do them all anyway, at least try to, on some kind of like schedule for sure. And what else? If you want to say thank you, a comment means a lot. It's free. But you can also leave me a tip and super thanks up at the top of the screen. And, you know, there's always my Venmo and Cashapp and all that stuff, PayPal, if you want to make a tip that way. Or there's my wish list, of course. And I have my channel wish list and my personal wish list. And, you know what I mean? The channel one's fun because, you know, it provides text for the channel. But otherwise, though, really, comment means a lot to me, so I always appreciate those. And thank you so much for being here, and I hope you'll be around next time. Bye. Bye-bye.